let's go.
Going? Oh, it's actually recording this time. Good morning. It's day, I'll say 2, but it's like 0.75 yesterday. Day 2 in Egypt, and we're gonna go to the pyramids today, and we're gonna see Saqqara, and we're probably gonna go four-wheeling tonight. It's gonna be busy. And our sweet driver and our very kind tour guide, Rana, are outside waiting for us.
Yep.
So,
Let's do it.
we have just arrived to Saqqara, which I'm super excited about because it's my favorite of the Egyptian pyramids, at least from the documentaries I've watched. It's just more interesting. I'm excited.
Right now, there's literally a guy riding a camel across.
Like, how quintessential Egypt is this? Ooh. Oh, I can't zoom. Hold on. Like, look at that. The rumors are true. One more thing. Am I the only dumbass that didn't know that dates grew on palm trees? I thought they grew on, like, deciduous trees.
They're palm dates.
I had no... Wait, so there's other dates?
No, they're date palms. Like, that's the type of
Oh.
palm tree, like coconut palm trees.
Danny DeVito over here taking his time and standing in front of everyone's picture.
Yeah.
We'll wait. It's hot in here, but not as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's not quite underground, so.
I'm glad she told us that they were going to ask for money. We stopped to have koshari for lunch.
Very heavy, but very good.
Tastes exactly what I thought it would taste like. Yeah. I want to know what you think. It tastes like something we would have made in college. 100%. But it's not bad. go see the pyramids. It's been a long morning already. Also, we have to leave our camera in the car while we enter places. So basically, we leave our camera, we go through security, the car drives in anyway, and we get all the stuff that we left in the car. So, although I appreciate the effort, there's definitely some workarounds. Helicopter landing pad at the pyramids, but for like rich VIP only. She said artists and football players. That's gonna be the new Cairo museum where all of the stuff from the Egyptian museum is gonna go. It's gonna be huge. The pyramids, the city is right behind it. Other side, it's complete desert. Every night, and Rana says if you don't want to pay for a ticket, you can just go to the roof of this Pizza Hut and have dinner, and you get pretty much the same experience. Pro tip. So we're on the other side of the pyramids now. We have pyramid number 1, 2, the other one's kind of in the background over there, and we have the Sphinx. A couple fun facts. Well, one, the pyramids are 4,000 years old, which is insane to me that they're still standing at all. The top of the middle one has alabaster covering it, and apparently the entire pyramids used to be covered in alabaster, but the Romans and others have since salvaged that and used it for other things. So the top of the middle one is the only one where you can still see the alabaster covering. The big one is made up of, where's that? There we go. The big one is made up of 2.5 million blocks of limestone, and they are huge. I mean, the ones on the bottom are as tall as me. And they get progressively smaller as they go up, but I mean, it's still an impressive feat. When you look far away, it looks like a bunch of little bricks, but it's huge, monumental blocks of limestone. Also, the Sphinx, super funny. I thought the Sphinx had some, you know, super historical, iconic meaning, but actually, Rana said it was just a block of limestone, and the king was like, I don't want it here, get it out. And they were like, well, it's gonna take a long time to get this block of limestone out of here. So they literally carved the Sphinx into it. It has no real significant historical, like, super iconic meaning for being here other than they made something out of a block of limestone that the king wanted, or the pharaoh wanted, gone, which I think is just super funny. I think when you really peel back the layers, the ancient Egyptians, much like most other cultures in history, have a pretty quirky and petty history, which I think is super funny. I will say, it is a construction site. They are building stuff, but the reality is there is a lot of trash in the area around the pyramids. Is not as romantic as the pictures might make it seem. Just want to be honest. So we just got back to our hotel. So the ATV ride, hop on these ATVs. This little guy, like a teenager, hops on the front of Josh's, and we ride forward, and then they yelled at us to stop because I had a GoPro, so they took the GoPro and held it, which is fine, whatever. I don't know why, because we could take iPhones and other cameras and stuff, so maybe it's for safety. But that's where I call bullshit, because as we're like kind of stopping to get out into the desert, my brakes aren't working. So we mob up to a little lookout spot, and there's this guy on the front of Josh's. Of course he's not on mine, but he's on Josh's, and apparently Josh said that he was like controlling the ATV the whole time. I couldn't stop, so I had to be really far away from them, and like Josh was concerned about how far back I was, and but it felt weird. It felt unsafe with the guy on the front, and then when we stopped, I really got a good look at the ATVs, and the tire tread was non-existent. There was complete gouges in the tires, which I know can be fine, but either way, not very safe when you look at the rest of the vehicle. A bunch of bolts were missing on Josh's wheels. One of the wheels was held on by like a rusty nail, like the center hub. to use 2 hands to stop mine. So it was just very unsafe. Like, I listened to my gut and I was like, we're out of here. So when we told our little teenage guy we wanted to go back, he was alarmed, and I think he thought we were mad at him or something, and we weren't. We were just like, no, we want to go back. And you know, we don't speak Arabic and he didn't speak English, so he ended up going over to this guy riding a camel who spoke like 10% better English than he did. So after some back and forth phone calls with the company, and it was just, we were kind of standing up there very confused for a while. But eventually we went back. I told the little guy we weren't mad at him at all. It's not his fault. We're not gonna ride around in a desert filled with rocks with no brakes on an ATV with somebody's life in our hands riding on the front of it. Like, I mean, I even told our guide, I'm like, if that's the way people ride around here, that's fine. The expectation just was not set for us. And with the whole brake situation, we're not playing that game. Like, those headlines don't read well, you know? American tourist runs over local. Like, I can't. It's a new evening, and tomorrow's a new day, and we're gonna have fun.